So tell me your name.
My name is Ben Tyler.
You're a Phoenix native.
I am a Phoenix native. There are a few of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
So tell me, you're a playwright. You've written a lot about Arizona history.
Yeah, I grew up here and just have always had an interest in. I've always had an interest in history, and Arizona is a pretty diverse place. We have a lot of crazy things that have happened here.
Right. Tell me, we were just talking. This is not about Durant, but we were just talking. Yeah. There, POWs, German POWs were here.
Yeah.
10% of the population, right? In the 40s.
Single largest POW escape in the American history happened up at 52nd Street in McDowell. 25 German U-boat sailors dug a 178-foot tunnel out of Papago Park and escaped. And yeah, I was telling you before, Phoenix was a pretty small town, and the camp was pretty big. And at that time, 10% of the population of Phoenix was made up of German POWs.
You lived across from Durant's.
I did. I used to live in a little brick house at 29 East Virginia. It was just across the street, just south of Durant's. And that was a favorite place to hang out. It was right across the street, so it was pretty convenient. And in those days, they were open till 1 o'clock, 7 days a week.
Right.
So, and you didn't have to worry about driving home.
Right, exactly. You said happy hour was crazy there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the happy hour there was it was a really eclectic mix of people. It was a mix of all the professionals that worked up and down Central Avenue. It was a mix of blue-collar types, and it was pretty ecumenical. You know, it was everyone was treated the same. You know, the thing was too that I remember about that place during the heavy drinking period was that you never heard a blender. Nobody was making mixed drinks. There were no pina coladas or mai tais going out, and they were famous, the bartenders there, for having a lead fist. You know, everything was hand poured, and it was just like approximating a shot. So
that's awesome. And you lived in that house for a few years?
Yeah, I lived there for about 3 years, and he had a regular routine. We would see him every morning. I would be sitting out in front of my house. My routine was I would have a pot of coffee and the newspaper, back when people read newspapers, and I sat out there and had the coffee and read the news. And his big, I think he drove an Imperial, that's what I want to say. I could be wrong, but it was a big car.
Right.
And he would pull up in the parking lot, and he would get out, and he had one of his little pugs on a leash. And I mean, that was kind of a funny picture too, because he was a big guy with a little dog, and the dog would immediately take a dump right in the middle of the parking lot at Durant's, and they would walk inside, and about 5 minutes later, a little white jacketed guy would come out with a dustpan and a broom and sweep up the poop, and they would go back into the humble entrance there in the back of the building. But you know, it was funny because it was just like the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. You knew it was going to happen exactly at the same time, the same way, every single day.